welcome to the deep dive. This time we're diving into something, well, kind of universal feelings, right? You've given us all these like seriously emotional song lyrics, and we're gonna try to figure out what they say about, just being human.
Music is amazing like that. It
Yeah.
gets right to the heart of those universal emotions.
Yeah.
And we're going to be looking at how these lyrics, how they deal with loneliness, the search for connection,
Mm,
even those unexpected moments of comfort. I think we all crave those, don't we?
totally. Okay, so these lyrics, they cover everything, like from golden sunsets to like this kind of hushed whispers in the dark.
Ooh.
Speaking of which, let's start with Sunset Dreams.
Colors in the sky, gold and pink light.
Ready? Colors in the sky, gold and pink collide. Hold me close tonight. It just makes you want to like grab someone and slow dance on the beach.
It really does. But there's got to be something deeper there, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about a pretty sunset. It's more about how those moments, like those moments of beauty in nature, it's like they make us want to connect with someone even more. Like we instinctively want to share those moments with someone special.
It's so true. I've totally felt that. Like that urge to call someone when you see an amazing sunset. It's like you're seeing something bigger than yourself, and you want to share that.
Exactly. And that word collide in the lyrics,
Yeah.
gold and pink collide. It's interesting because it's like this clash of emotions, this intensity that seems to come at those times of day,
Mhm.
sunsets, sunrises. They're not just like pretty to look at.
Right.
They represent change, the passage of time. And maybe that makes us, I don't know, maybe subconsciously makes us want to be closer to the people we care about.
Oh, never thought about it like that, but that makes so much sense. Okay, so now we're jumping from a beach to, well, a midnight diner.
In the middle of the night, with the neon lights, people come and go.
Coffee cups and pie, laughter and a sigh. Everyone's welcome here. It just makes you think of that place, that place we all wish we had in our lives, right?
Absolutely. And this song, it really gets to the heart of our need to belong, to be part of something, well, bigger than ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting to use a midnight diner. Sociologists, they call these places third places, and they're so important to communities. It's not home, it's not work, it's this neutral space, right? Where it doesn't matter who you are, everyone can just be.
Yeah, it's like it's saying you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to, like, show up. And there's something so comforting about that. Strangers turn to friends, stories never end. Where the time moves slow, everyone's welcome here. It's like the antidote to, how lonely modern life can be.
It really is. And that repetition where the time moves slow,
Mm-hmm.
that's on purpose. It's
Yeah.
highlighting this need we all have, this need to slow down, to really be in those simple moments of connection, especially in a world that's constantly, demanding our attention.
Totally. It makes you think about those places you go in your own life where you feel that sense of ease, right? Where you can just exhale and be yourself. Maybe it's a coffee shop, a park bench, even a friend's living room. It's like these little pockets of peace in all the chaos.
Exactly. It's a good reminder to cherish those places and the people who make them feel like home, even if it's just for a cup of coffee and a slice of pie.
But then it kind of takes a turn, With echoes of solitude, things get like,
Echoes of solitude, they sing.
really real. Loneliness leaves its mark. Heart feels heavy like a stone. Ugh. It's like that feeling when your chest actually aches because you're so lonely.
It's like you're totally consumed by it, yeah. And that line, echoes of solitude, they sing,
Yeah,
that one really gets me.
it does.
It's like loneliness has this voice,
Yeah.
like it's always there, echoing in your head, making that feeling of isolation even stronger.
It's weird, but sometimes even when you're with people, you can still feel that, like that echo of loneliness, like you're trying to find a connection, but you just like can't.
Yeah, and that's really important, right? It's not always about physically being alone. It's about feeling emotionally disconnected. And that can happen anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Yearning for a friend, a light to guide me through. It's like this primal need to feel seen, to be heard and understood.
And sometimes you find that connection in the most random places,
Mhm.
right? And that's kind of what Whispers in the Dark is about. This guy, alone in a bar, lost in his thoughts, and then this woman walks in, and even though they don't even really talk, there's like this spark.
One night she comes, whispers soft and low. A simple touch makes his heart glow.
It's such a cool contrast, right? A dimly lit bar, which you usually think of as like a place for casual hookups or whatever,
Hmm.
becomes the setting for this, like subtle but really powerful connection.
Yeah.
The lyrics say, her touch makes his heart glow. And I think that says it all,
Right.
the power of human touch. Just a small act of kindness. It can cut through loneliness, give you back a little hope.
Totally. It's like in that one tiny moment, he's reminded that he's not invisible. Someone sees him, even if it's just for a second. A small thing, but it means so much.
Exactly. And it makes you question those assumptions we all have about where you find solace and connection. Sometimes it's not about these big gestures. It's those tiny, quiet moments that make all the difference.
And from that kind of intimate bar scene, we're suddenly in space with starry night. Okay, get this. Lost in space but feeling warm. Hand in hand, we face the storm. Finding comfort in the unknown. How crazy is that?
Stars above, they shine so bright. Silent whispers through the night.
Such a beautiful image, right? It's like this idea that even when you feel small, insignificant, like you're literally lost in space, being connected to another person, it can make even the scariest stuff feel, well, manageable.
It's like when you look up at the night sky and you realize how huge the universe is and you feel this weird sense of peace because you're experiencing it with someone you care about.
And there's this really cool contrast in the lyrics between that massive scale of space and the closeness of, like, human connection. Moonlight dance on waves so calm, hearts entwined with nature's charm. It's like, even with all that's out there in the cosmos, those little personal connections, they still matter. They make us feel grounded, loved, safe.
Totally. Makes you think about how precious those connections really are when you think about how huge everything else is.
It reminds us to cherish the relationships that make us feel like, okay, I'm not alone out here, that we have someone to face those storms with, no matter what they are, big or small.
Okay, but then winter comes along in fading light and the whole vibe shifts again. Listen to this.
The days grow short, the light fades fast. Cold winds creeping, autumn's here at last.
The days grow short, the light fades fast, the warmth is fading, there's a chill to bear. It's like everything outside starts to match how you feel inside?
It's so evocative of that change in seasons, right?
Mhm.
And for a lot of people, when the days get shorter, the temperature drops, it can really mess with you emotionally.
For sure.
The lyrics nail that feeling of melancholy when things are winding down, going inward.
Yeah, it's like you're inside, right?
Yeah.
Fire's going, but you can hear the wind going crazy outside. Like you need to find a way to be strong, you know what I mean?
Totally. And the lyrics, they get at that too. I'll find the strength to warm my soul. Like, we have a choice, even when everything outside is kind of bleak. We can find things that make us feel warm, find the light, find connection, even in the middle of winter.
It's so true. Like the song is saying, like, go ahead, build your own fire? Find those things that make you feel alive again, whether it's a good book or hot drink or just being around people you love, whatever it is that brings that spark back.
Exactly. It's about figuring out what you need and then finding ways to get those needs met, even when it feels like the whole world is cold and dark.
And maybe that's a good way to transition to this last song, Midnight Hour.
Yeah.
This one, it feels different. Like it's about something way deeper, more mysterious even. Okay, listen to this.
Shadows grow longer as the daylight fades. Silence echoes where the noise once played. In the night the wind whispers slow. Darkness feels both beautiful and hollow.
In the silence of the night, whispers linger just out of sight. Beautiful yet haunting is the midnight storm. Gives me chills.
It's definitely the most, like, introspective one we've talked about. It's like that feeling when the line gets blurry between what's real and what's in your dreams.
Yeah.
Shadows growing longer, silence echoing. It's like at midnight, we have to face that part of ourselves we keep hidden all day.
It's like those whispers, those sounds you can't hear by day. There are fears, right? Our doubts, our deepest wants, all coming out when everything else is quiet. Have you ever felt that? Like the night just shows you things you didn't even know were there.
All the time.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's something beautiful about that. Even if it's kind of creepy. The lyrics, they call it a midnight storm, which is like, yeah, this crazy intense energy. But there's also this beauty in that darkness, in facing that part of ourselves we usually hide.
Yeah, it's like we need those times to go inside ourselves, to go into that quiet world hidden from view, to really truly get ourselves. It's not always easy or fun even, but it's how we grow.
And just like the sun always comes up after even the darkest night, the lyrics remind us that those times, when we're really looking inside, they don't last forever. Midnight fades away. And when it's over, we're different. We've changed because we face those hidden parts of ourselves.
It's like we've come full circle. We started with wanting connection, then explored what it means to belong, and then faced being lonely. And now we're reminded that sometimes the most important connection is the one we have with ourselves.
Wow. What an amazing journey through all those human emotions.
It really has been. So, listener, as you go through your day today, think about this. Which song is playing in your life right now? Are you looking for that sunset connection? Finding peace in a midnight diner? Or maybe, just maybe, braving that chill of fading light? No matter what you're feeling, remember, you're not alone. This has been The Deep Dive. Until next time, keep exploring.